Greetings, Tube of Views, it's Yellow Belly here, and we're here for a mini retro recollections. And the best thing to have for mini recollections is a little mini me. Yes, I thought I would have. Mini Yellow Belly here himself, Yellow Belly Jr. Welcome.
I've got a tight schedule, so I can't be here long. I'm very famous. I'm joking. Yeah, hi.
Hi, son. You alright?
Yeah.
How many times have we recorded this now?
Too many.
Yeah, too many times, and we've had all sorts of issues. But not to worry, not to worry. We'll get there. We'll get there. So, as always with the retro recollections, we're going to go through a few things, and the first one being sweeties. So, without further ado, we shall crack on with that. So, speaking of sweets, let's have a look at your first choice. And your first choice was Haribo Snakes.
Yep.
I remember buying you these little bladers and you stretching them and...
slapping people with them, wrapping around your ankles.
Yeah.
Wrapping around your neck.
Yeah.
Trying to kill you with them.
Yes.
You never know.
Yes, they were weapons of choice. Not only sweets, but weaponry to be used in the schoolyard. And yeah, was there anything particular that you liked about these?
Just tasted nice. 2 in 1, innit? Just like one side it's a lethal weapon, and the next one it tastes nice after it. So once you know, decapitated, do what you know everyone needs to do in, then scrap them after it. You know what I mean? It's simple.
Happy days. Happy days. So yes, that's his first choice of sweets, and yeah, so. Yeah, you'll notice the energy level's a little bit lower than usual, and that's because we've tried to record this countless times and had all sorts of issues. But not to worry, because here's the next sweet. And it's Freddo the Frog.
Prices, right? Let's talk about price change. Right, so I don't know who came up with this idea, right? I don't know who's the Prime Minister at the time, but I was this close, right? Look at me, right? This close, yeah, to sending him an email saying, what is up with the price of Freddos? They go from 20p to 25p to 30p to 35p and up to like £1. How what's up with that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
what's
the deal with that?
Yeah.
Like, we need that petition.
Yeah, we're going to have a free Freddo. Make Freddo great again. MFGA hats. Yep. And yeah, it needs the price sorting out because you know it's a sweet of the nations and the generations Freddo Frog. Mm-hmm. So why they've been such a big price hike, I have no idea. When I was a lad, they were 5p and 10p. So there you go.
Aye.
So that's the sweets out of the way. Let's have a look at the next one, and it's the final one, and it is, of course. I have memories of this. I have memories of summer and it being absolutely stinking bleeding hot. And I used to have to take Sam to the corner shop round the corner, and we would get a absolute shitload of these Mr. Freeze.
Yep, brain freeze capital. You don't know pain until you've had one of these fuckers, I tell you.
Oh.
Come home from school, stressful day, you know what I mean, primary school year 2, you know what I mean. Stressful, not at all. You just snap some kid and playing football, you know, ruined his ankles, he's off to hospital doing whatever, his mum's screaming at you down the phone, and you're like, yeah mate, sat here with Mr. Freeze chilling, nice hot day. You know what I mean? But you sat there in agony with your brain freeze, but you just cope through it because it tastes nice. And that's all I have to say.
Yes, what was your favourite flavours?
It's probably the blue one. I can't remember what it's called. It's probably the blue one. No, I think it was blueberry. The blue ones. It's blue. So
yeah, but I thought it was raspberry.
No, because raspberry would be red.
Well, raspberry, no.
Yeah.
So, if people in the chat can decide for us what flavour it was, well, blue slushes are raspberry flavoured.
Are you mental? No, they're not. They're blueberry flavoured.
Right.
Right, we'll have to get a debate.
Yes, well,
I'm gonna have to take you to court about this.
well, I'm sorry. There's only one way to sort this out, and that's fight. Right, but yes, the blue ones were the nicest, and our shopkeeper he used to know us, and I would come out with a fistful of these, especially the blue ones. I did like the blue ones. The cola ones were meh.
Yeah,
So
that's
the strawberry ones were really nice.
You have the cold ones. You have like if they've got nothing else, then you just settle for that. Like, oh, it's hot. I need it. You know what I mean? You don't eat it. You just put it on your forehead instead.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It's just what I am.
Yeah, totally agree. So yes, that's our summer things. They would last longer than an ice cream from the ice cream man, and yes, they would, which would melt within seconds on those rare summer days. So that's sweets out of the way. That was easy, wasn't it? Let's go on to the next section. Okay, so the next section we're going to go into is going to be. You alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. It's just there was a hat on my head, but it's just run off. Anyway, right, let's carry on.
Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm sure it'll turn on. So, yes, toys. I love toys, and I bought all your toys. So, let me fact. First toy I remember buying you, my son, was very bloody expensive. Now, we had an early learning centre that your mum used to drag me around, and it had all baby toys and all that, and I was never interested in it until I saw this. It was a castle, and it was a bloody big castle as well, and yeah, and you could buy all the knights and horses and all sorts. Do you remember this toy?
Yep, very vividly. I remember trying to put it together for around about 3 hours. Cold, hard nights trying to get this thing together, but once it was together, it was an absolute masterpiece. Running around with your horse, like, hey dad, there's a horse, and you'd be like, yeah, I know. You'd be like, yeah, but it's a horse. It's got an arm on it. And you'd be like, yeah, I know, it's a horse. You never seen one before. Like, I don't know. I'm like two. Like, leave me alone. Like, anyway, carry on.
Yeah, and you got lots of knights and various characters. You play. This thing was huge. It was made out of plywood, if I remember right.
Yeah.
And yeah, you could actually stand on it and it wouldn't collapse. It was that well made. Yeah, cracking little toy. I used to get on the floor with you, and the drawbridge had little strings and a pulley, and you'd winch it. And yeah, good old days, and we'd act out various knights and monsters and various other things. Stuff. Yeah,
I think that's what evolved into us playing that Warhammer and stuff like that. That could have been a start of it. I'm not sure.
Well, I was playing Warhammer before you were born, obviously, in the 90s, 80s and 90s. So yeah, it was my way of introducing you into my little fantasy world that I still live in. So that was your first toy. Second toy we chose was, of course, Bob the Builder.
Yep.
Now this was a little yellow truck for Bob the Builder, and yeah, tell me about Bob the Builder.
So Bob the Builder, you know, he's well known around the estates. Fixes your double glazed windows, fixes everything that you need. You know what I mean? Good price, but nah, I'm joking. No, I just remember having this as a kid and just always go around, plotting around with it, take it everywhere, try and take it to school, maybe get sold off. But I know you can't say that, you'll end up spotting some kid with it. You know what I mean? Just the usual. But no, I just remember trying to get mud in the house, playing with it, get sold off. But it is what it is. Good toy at the end of the day. Kept me happy for a couple of years.
Well, yes, it was. I mean, it did come in handy actually, because what we had a big plant box full of soil out the back that the local cats used to use as a shitter, and so yeah, it was a good way for you to get Sam to sift out the cat shit, you know, from around the plants using his little digger. Saves me a job anyway. But yes, Sam was a bit of a Bob the Builder fanboy. He had all the pajamas.
Everything.
Bedding, curtains, you name it, it was Bob the Builder.
Aye.
And yeah, and could he fix it?
No.
Not really, no. Could he fix Yeah. Not to worry. No, it's a cartoon, it's not real. Speaking of real, Power Rangers. or more, I should say, Power Rangers Mystic Force, because this was not only a TV program but also toys, and yeah, I remember getting you lots of these. And there was a red one on the motorbike.
I believe so.
Yeah, I can still picture that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Red Ranger had a motorbike. Yeah.
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 That might have been the main reason why we got it, is because the fact that you had a motorbike with it, so it was like just perfect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was riding a red motorbike at the time, a Honda Fireblade, and Sam did have the occasional strip on the back of it without his mother's knowledge. And yeah, we used to. He had a love of bikes. Of course, he wanted to be like Daddy. Not so much now. But yeah, he wanted to do the similar things. So Power Rangers was another toy that, and I'm sure at one stage I used to bullshit Sam quite a lot when he was a kid. You know, yeah, and I actually told him, and he believed me at one stage, that I was a retired Power Ranger, hence my motorbike suit, and he did believe that, didn't you?
Yeah. Very regressingly, yes.
Yes. And that was pretty much the beginning of me lying to my child, you know, Christmas, Father Christmas, you know.
Everything.
Yeah,
shebang.
everything, yeah. Well, I thought, why stop at Santa when, you know, when you can extend the truth just that little bit more. But no, fun times. So he did have various other toys, not just those three. Any others stand out to you? I used to remember you having bloody that orange track everywhere, all over the house.
Hot Wheels. Forgot about that, yeah. Hot Wheels. Oh, I swear to God, the amount of things you can make. Also, a very good deadly weapon as well, along with a snake. You know what I mean? Very good. I swear every single toy can be used as a deadly weapon nowadays.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Them look like you had the tracks and you had like the grey parts that are like put them together. And you couldn't, they were sharp as anything sometimes, and you get like, just end up stabbing yourself with them, I remember. But, nah, they're good fun. Good fun.
Okie doke. So, yeah, that just sprung to mind actually. I just remember tripping over bits of track in your bedroom constantly. Yes, nobody believed he actually had a bedroom carpet until one day I cleaned up. Look at the amount of shit on the floor. But,
I was
yeah.
like 10, by the way.
Yeah. What do you mean this was the other day?
Was it? Fuck! I've only just come in.
Well, I can't see your bloody bedroom floor and you've only been here a day.
Exactly.
But yeah, it's happy days. We used to do tracks. We used to hang it off the door, if I remember. One of the doors, didn't you have like a lift system?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, and it'd be over the top of the door, and then the track would go all the way down and loop the loop.
I had one attached to the wall, I know that. It was like attached to the wall and go right down. That was quite cool, that one.
Yeah, and from what I can remember, we used to launch them off the top of the stairs. Down the stairs.
Down the stairs.
Yeah, and see how far. And also, we used to do jumps and ramps and see how far they could actually go. And we had one of those big. We had a big living room and dining room and a kitchen, and we set it up in the kitchen and see if we could actually get it into the very, very front room. Jump in the cars. So, happy days. Yes, I did relive my youth through my son. As every good father does. So, that was simple enough. That's the toy section over with. So, here we go on to the...
I think it's back. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's back. Right, no, it's fine. It's back.
Okay. You're on about, but not sorry. Yeah, we're going to move on to TV programs now. Let's shift over to the big screen like this, and yes. So, TV programs. Now, I spent many time with Sam, sat with him watching TV programs, obviously. Yes, it was our babysitter, the big TV. So, what I shall do is I shall play the first one. Now, the first one actually had a very, very, very famous comedian in the UK at doing it, and I can't for the life of me remember his name. Peter something. Anyway, but maybe people in the chat will be able to find out. Yeah, so what I shall do is I'll play your first video and then we'll discuss it. Here we go. Absolutely, yeah, totally agree with you on that one. Yeah, great little show. I remember it vividly, and it had quite a lot of humour in it. And what did you love about it?
Cars, anything with an engine, really, innit? When I was a kid, right to the age I am now, I just love engines and anything to do with cars. And at the age I was, you know what I mean, suited me perfectly. Enjoyed it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Something to watch.
Something to watch. Yeah. Yeah. And something that's part of the memory, really, of all these programs would be, especially the Saturday programs when I wasn't at work, would be I'd sit with Sam at lunchtime on the floor, and we'd have what I would call daddy lunch. And daddy lunch consisted of, I don't know if you've seen them, they're massive tins of tomato soup you can get and a French stick. And we just paired of us, watched telly, sat on the floor with this big pot of soup and French stick, dipping our bread and just going for it. So yeah, that's a real fond memory of mine as to those days. So your next television program is. Mystic Force. Now, here's a little confession. I used to watch this even when Sam was at school. For my own reasons. But, yes, Power Rangers Mystic Force. You were a huge Power Rangers fanboy, weren't you? What was so special about this one?
No idea, probably because the fact that you told me you were one, so, you know, might have encouraged me a bit more, but, you know what I mean? No, just into it, I guess, as a kid, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
As you are.
You not remember jumping off the furniture, pretending to be a Power Ranger?
The motorbike helmet on.
Yeah, motorbike helmet on, and a plastic sword one I bought you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you one of those for Christmas, or your birthday. Yeah, you had the Power Rangers, like, sword with the buttons on it.
I had everything Power Rangers, to be fair. I had all the toys, everything.
Yeah, and I actually enjoyed that show because it was different from the original one. It was cheesy, but not as cheesy, and it was a nice different theme. There was another Power Ranger series as well you liked, the animal one.
Yeah, I think it's called Wild Force or something.
Yeah, I think that
was
came
just because
after.
the fact that it had cool animals like lions and stuff, and I was just a kid at the time. I was like, oh yeah, it's a lion that eats things. It's cool, you know what I mean? As you do.
Yeah, and the fact that everything could turn into a giant robot. You know, you can't go wrong with giant robots really for entertainment.
Yeah. Sounds it is though, isn't it? Just robots, animals, fighting. You know?
Yeah.
Normal little lad.
Yeah. every lad's loved, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
And yes, it's not changed really for me either. So what we shall do is move on to the next video, and let's see about this one. No, we're not, because we didn't have another video.
Oh God.
So we shall move on now to a subject that's close to my heart.
Where's his app keep? Right, anyway, right now, sorry. His app keeps going missing. He's running away from me.
Don't worry about it. It'll turn up. It'll turn up. Maybe you're just imagining it.
Probably.
Yeah. What we have is my favourite subject, which is obviously gaming. I love gaming, and so I brought my son up the same. And what I did do was I bought him I did buy him all his systems, let's be honest. And the first one I bought you was a
PlayStation 1?
Yep. And I bought it second hand from it was only 15 quid, and it was not the full size PlayStation, but the last one they did, like the PS1. Yeah, it was that one. And it had a dodgy lid, but it still played games and this, that, and the other. I still had a lot of old discs. So, and I picked up a few there as well. And yeah, that was a cracking system. And then after that, I got you
the Nintendo DS. Was it?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was, what colour was it?
I swear you also got me PlayStation 2 at some point. Didn't you? That silver one.
Yeah, that was well late in the day. That
was it. Oh yeah. Well, anyway, yeah, the DS. That was the DS Lite, I believe.
Yep.
The lime green one.
Yep. And what did you do to it?
Oh, filled it with stickers, I think.
Yeah. Like most things with Sam's, he would cover it in stickers.
Why not?
As lads do.
At least he knew it was mine.
Yeah. Yeah. And So and then after that, you got the Wii. Was it the Wii? Yeah, it was the Wii.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Nintendo Wii.
Yeah, Nintendo Wii, and that was a belted system, and I'd love to get my hands on one actually. Yeah, that's one thing I need for my collection is another Wii, and get it hacked and the hard drive put into it. Yeah, that stuff. And then from the Wii, I got you a
360, Xbox 360.
Nah, was that before?
Oh. The 3DS.
Yes, the Nintendo 3DS. What a system!
Aye.
Yeah. Which was belting little system.
For the time, like it released, 3D capabilities in such a short, small machine, and you'd go to the cinemas and have to wear glasses on the big screens, and when you can just sit at home and just play on your DS, and all it is like this little switch on the side, and there you go. You got 3D capabilities, and it was really weird.
Yeah. Now I did use it. I tried it. I used to obviously play a lot with Sam's toys as well as him. Because let's be honest, I really want them for me. And and what I would do is I'd actually have to switch it off after about 10 minutes because the 3D would absolutely do me head in.
Make your eyes go square.
Yeah, absolutely square. But no, it's not the. That didn't happen to you, did it? You seem to cope with it.
I seem to be alright. To be fair, I think it's the fact that I was so young. I had such young eyes.
Yeah.
Kind of helped.
Yeah, and then we got your Xbox.
Yeah, Xbox 360. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. Oh, that unlocked so much stuff for me.
How did it unlock stuff?
It's just like new games. You know what I mean? Like going from such a small little thing to such a big thing. You know what I mean? With such a big platform behind it. And it was just all online capabilities and things like that. And it was just amazing. You know what I mean? So, well. Apart from that, it was just, playing online games, my friends as soon as I come home from school, like games like Minecraft that just came out. It was absolutely massive at the time being, I remember, and what else was there? The Call of Duties, the Forza games, all the stuff like that, which was good.
Yeah, and naturally you moved on to the PS1 after that.
PS2?
Sorry, not the PS2.
Oh no, it was the Xbox One.
Xbox One. Sorry, I've had a little bit of the old sauce.
Great fat.
Yeah. So the Xbox One S, whatever.
Yeah, whatever it was.
X.
We'll get into that later.
UV. Whatever. or as I like to call it, computer in a box. And I'm not a very powerful one. But yeah, we got your Xbox One, man, didn't we? So
Yeah.
obviously we had these things for games, so we struggled deciding on which games to present to you. But I think we managed.
Yeah, I think we got.
We got a few.
Right.
Yeah. So I'll play the first one, and see how we go on with that. Obviously, it's PlayStation.
It's this reminder to turn down the telly.
Yeah, turn the telly down a bit. Yeah, it's a bit loud. You were a little bit scared of that one.
Yeah.
It was, obviously Jurassic World Warpath. So what did you love about this game?
Dinosaurs and fighting, I guess. I mean, what's not to like about it? Get to play with dinosaurs, get to play with dinosaurs. But wasn't it? I was like, how old was that at the time? Like,
Oh God, I don't know. It must have been.
Final battle.
10?
Fight!
9, 10. Young lad, just starting to experience that.
Sorry, not
Victory!
arcade stick for it. And, of course, it was fancy. I had to use it all the time. But yeah, I have fond memories of us playing that game. It was great fun. And yeah, it wasn't the best game and it wasn't the best fighting game, but it's not about that. It's about the memories. And I've got some lovely memories of us playing this game and me cheating as often as possible just to be able to win. And so the second game was more of a solo venture for Sam, because that's the one thing with the Nintendos. The DS's, they were more for
Single player.
single player stuff really. So let's play the video. And, I think a lot of people will probably recognize this. Those of us who were in the DS era. This one is so
Great game.
what was so great about Lego Star Wars?
Commentating such a small device and such a small, card. Yeah, you get SD cards and loads of
this is quite an advanced game, I would say.
It's not an old game. It's more of a new generation type of game. But this was a game where I started getting into that game. First game I got was that, I was just on it 24/7 and started getting good at the game, like, know what to do, like actually getting far in the game. The game itself's got endless possibilities, endless ammo. You can do whatever, you can trap people in cages, and there's no way they're getting out. You can't respawn because they've got to die first. And bear in mind, you can put them in tiny clubs, they can damage themselves, and get together, but all the stuff's not going to take off the second server.
I used to watch some playing for hours. I didn't try it, and I don't survive the night. I think you have to make a fire and stuff. I didn't survive the night. But yeah, it's one of those games where you quite happily sit and wallow at the hours. And he comes to me and says, "Oh, look what I've got now, Dad! I've tamed a such a dinosaur or such a dinosaur."
It's quite an educational game, I guess, because you learn a lot about the dinosaur eras and what happened, all different scientific names and stuff like that. And I was like, that name I've never heard of. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it felt real life.
Twice as much in the game.
Twice as much in the game. But yeah, belting game, and yeah, even though it's relatively modern, I said I'd allow this one because it's maybe retro recollections, but it's Sam's retro recollections, and he's only a young'un, 17.
I believe.
Yes, at the moment, not long now till you hit the 18th, and then the army really owes your ass.
Yep.
So yeah, there we go. So that's pretty much the gaming section done. Let's move on. Okay, so yeah, that's the gaming section completed, and yeah, some cracking choices in there. And again, a lot of these games are about memories that Sam's got, but also me, because don't forget, I spend the time with him, playing these games and doing these various things.
Yeah, especially my magic cat that's magically appeared again.
Oh, right, okay. No worries. You need to sort this hat thing you've
I know. I need to write my name in it or something.
Yeah, maybe that'll sort it out. Yeah. Well, yeah. But no, it's all about Christmas memories, and yeah, we had some cracking Christmases in our house when Sam was a little one. I remember one of the when he was big enough. The classic one was he went downstairs at 5 o'clock in the morning and opened every single present.
The ones that weren't even mine,
including the ones that weren't for him. And what was it you brought up, saying I don't know what to do with this or something?
I have no idea. I don't want to know.
Yeah, it might be one of your mum's sex toys. Not a bosser, but yeah, it was. I don't know what to do with this.
It's a long fluffy thing, I know.
But yeah, it was. Yeah, he was. He was a lovely child, to be honest. He comes out pretending to be the big man, but he's got a big heart. His heart's bigger than his muscles. And but yeah, we had belting Christmases, and we had bad ones as well, like most people do. But most of our retro recollections are of Sam's youth, which was, belting times. And I hope maybe this video kind of inspires you or those with family or friends, just remembering those Christmases that you had with them. You unwrapped various presents and you didn't have a fucking clue what it was and what to do with it. But also just the happy times, especially this time of year when we've got this stupid China virus, and it's hopefully just just a reminder that not only us old farts have retro memories, so do the young farts like Sam.
Thanks.
So with that, I think it's bidding adieu. So if you'd like to say something to the audience.
No, I don't know. Don't know what to say. I mean, it's been a pleasure. I mean, I've got to go now because I've got like a meeting with like the Prime Minister. But you know, thank you. Thanks for having me.
And I think that pretty much sums up the effort we've put into this video.
Long.
Yeah, and what I would like to say is have a happy Christmas, happy Yule, happy Saturnalia, and all I can say is be safe wherever you are, and yeah, be good, and especially all you ladies, be extra good, and if you can't, give me a ring, and and Sam gets the leftovers.
You think so? Not a chance.
And with that, I shall say, yellow belly out.